This is the Morning Drive, brought to you by nationofblue.com, the king of UK fan websites. Good morning, Cat fans. Big Billy Clyde with nationofblue.com. This is the Morning Drive. Once again, we have Mr. Scott Anderson with us today. We're talking Summer League. Patrick Patterson. What a show. First game. Great job. Daniel Orton played his last game. At least the Summer League. He better be crossing his fingers. It could be for the season. LeBron and our old good friends in orange, pointing south below us, make the news. But first off, we have to start with the Melvin Turpin. I'm sure everyone knows by now, Melvin Turpin passed away on Thursday afternoon due to a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And it was an extremely sad time for UK fans. Turpin made the first team All-SEC for 1982 and 1983. In 84, he was the SEC scoring leader, and he still holds the record for the most field goals made in SEC tournament play. He's a co-holder for individual with the most points scored in a single SEC tournament game. And after 4 seasons, he was drafted as a 6th overall pick in the first round by the Washington Bullets in the 1984 NBA draft and immediately traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was best known as Dinner Bell Mel, a member of the Twin Towers with Sam Bowie, and a part of that team that won the SEC tournament game, last second shot by Kenny Walker, and defeated Charles Barkley. When he was drafted 6th, and what's really impressive, if you looked at who's drafted before him, is Akeem Olajuwon, Sam Bowie, Michael Jordan, just the greatest player to ever play the game, Sam Perkins, Charles Barkley, and then Melvin Turpin. So it's a very sad end to definitely a fan favorite. And, when you think of Melvin Turpin, you definitely think of, the big smile, definitely had fun on the court. And the fans really enjoyed watching him play and having him as part of the Kentucky basketball family. Here at the Nation of Blue, it also hit us very close to home. If you're not familiar, Cal Turpin, Melvin's son, has actually been writing his recruiting journal and publishing it on Nation of Blue. You can find it there. And he's been doing a great job, and it's been really interesting. But just him doing that has really kind of brought all of us here at the Nation of Blue kind of closer to the situation, and our thoughts and prayers really go out to Cal. And Scott, I'll kind of turn it over to you. You've really been the one that's been working with Cal.
Yeah. Cal's a really, really great kid. He's out in Illinois and at a junior college, Lincoln Junior College. And, as soon as I heard about, Melvin Turpin's situation, that's the first person I thought of. And, I've sent him a text message. I wrote an article about it. And it's really bothered me. And, Cal's a great kid. And, he's pretty much at the high of his life right now, getting all these, recruiting visits and getting all this exposure, teams wanting him. And it's just, just really sad for Cal, and like you said, our thoughts and prayers are with Cal, just a tremendous, tremendous kid. It's just a really rough time.
Yeah, I mean, no one really knows what he's going through right now, and the time of his life that he's going through right now, and having someone to share that with, or maybe who knows what the relationship is, but just in the future, Melvin can't be a part of that now, so that's got to be tough to take, and our thoughts and prayers are definitely with him. And if there's anything that we can do, and I'm sure the rest of Big Blue Nation has extended their hand, let us know. But we'll move on to Summer League play. Summer League is still going on, and Patrick Patterson takes the court tonight, his first game, and Patterson goes off. He goes for 18 points. He's 8 for 9, and two of those he goes 2 for 2 from the 3-point line, NBA 3-point line at that, and comes off with 2 rebounds. What do you think about that, Anderson?
Yeah, I watched Patrick, and I was just so excited. He looked really good early. He one time there, I think they ran a play for him, And Kevin McHale said, they ran a play for him, and he shot a 16-footer 18 feet, and he shot an air ball. And that was the only shot he missed. Yeah, exactly. And after that, I mean, he was just bam, 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 bam. He hit the three. His first basket was a pick and roll dunk, and he just looked really great. He scored more points in one game than Daniel Orton did the whole summer league. So
yes, he did. If you saw the post game interview there with Patterson, his confidence was going. He stated he said, my confidence was just going through the roof. The coaching staff told me to shoot if you're open, and I mean, you could just tell he was excited. He was trying to fight the grin off his face. He was just you could tell he really had a good time when he was excited about how things happened on the floor. And I know I couldn't be happier for him. I know the rest of the fan base out there, we're all Patterson fans. You're really happy to see him do well. And Orton didn't do so hot, right?
No. He didn't. Same Daniel Orton.
Same Daniel Orton. So what did you say about the Development League? You heard something about the Development League?
I read a article. It actually did a article on about the Dime Magazine did about evaluation of each Kentucky, kid that got drafted this year. Of course, all 5 in the first round, and every other one besides Orton was, very positive. And then, you get to Daniel Orton, it's like, hello D-League.
Hello D-League.
Yeah, pretty much. He's going to end up in the developmental league. I mean, he's got to get in shape. He's got to get in shape, fake Billy Clyde. He has to get in shape. He's just out of shape.
Yeah, he has a skill set, but he's just going to have to put in the work and put in the time.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He's got to move past it, stay hold of his confidence, and keep working at it, and he'll be there. Next up, the Tennessee Volunteers could be in some NCAA trouble. So why don't you tell us about that?
Last night, about at the time they said 7 to 10 players got in pretty much a barroom brawl in Knoxville. Yeah, classic Tennessee. And I think that, I don't know for a fact, I could look it up, but we ain't got time. So I think 2 suspended, 1 maybe kicked off the team. On Tennessee's football team, and Pat Dooley's trying to do the right thing.
You're right,
but
to what I'll just say that I'm happy we don't have those kind of problems at Kentucky. You can say Cal recruits thugs and all that. We got Louisville players fighting over hairbrushes, and we got Tennessee players getting kicked out of bars. And what did the bartender do?
Pretty much they're giving
the club owner or whoever.
Yeah, the club owner's giving. Every football player that's come there VIP status and letting them in for free.
Oh, for free.
Just so happens that's an NCAA violation.
That's an NCAA. Let's see what happens now. So it's been published. Everybody knows that's what's been going on, and we're all after Eric Bledsoe and who's been keeping him, keeping the roof over his head and paying his rent, and we want to know what's going on with that. But we'll see if they do anything here. So that's Tennessee. They're in orange for a reason, right? Okay, they'll feel right at home.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the classic joke is, the reason they wear orange, they can go deer hunting on Friday and Saturday, and they can pick up garbage the rest of the week. So, and then you got also, they can wear those jumpsuits, those orange jumpsuits, but they're like 0, 1, 7, 4, 5, 3, 4, numbers right on the back, and they can play their game.
Athletic department saves a lot of money on uniforms because all their players, they show up with orange unis, all looking the same, right?
Yeah,
orientation is very efficient because it's it's a single file line of school buses, and everybody gets off the bus together. They eat together, and they finish eating at the same time. And
they recruit some fine young men down there.
They do. Hey, that's all the time we got today for the morning drive. Check us again next week. Call the NOB hotline, 859-379-9219. Listen to the Big Blue Breakdown. It's out. And, hey, I'm going to be there at the Summer League games next week on Monday, possibly Tuesday, and on Wednesday. So we'll be broadcasting on the road next week. This fake Billy Clyde. And you are Scott Anderson. All right, we'll pick that up. We'll get better at that one. See you guys. Go Cats.